Right now, we've got two teams in the middle of the pack. Phoenix and Meralco actually both made it to the semifinals inside the PBA bubble. And they're hoping for a repeat performance or maybe even better this time. For them to progress to the quarterfinals, they need to be able to get a good position, and that good position should begin right here today. We've got Meralco up against Phoenix, and it's going to be a great encounter, as you say, the energy encounter between these two squads.
Yeah, definitely, Anthony. Phoenix came off a hard, tough battle. After getting beat up pretty badly at that by Northport. That was a great response by Phoenix when they played against Alaska. So they got that win underneath their belts, especially without a Matthew Wright, who is their main gun. But Meralco had it really rough versus Rain or Shine. It was that game to decide who, once and for all, is truly at the top of the heap, because in the beginning, both of these teams were playing really good basketball. Meralco fell short to Rain or Shine. Actually, they didn't fall short. They got beat up pretty bad by Rain or Shine. So I'm looking for a much more focused and locked-in Meralco team as you take a look at their team standings.
They are a 2-1 in the middle of the pack, and also essentially in the middle of the pack is Phoenix Super LPG with a 1-2 card. So definitely both these squads need to be able to get a win. Remember, it's a very short conference, only one round, and the bottom four teams are automatically out. And so you want to be able to make sure you make it to at least the next phase of the competition first.
Oh, definitely. Just losing 2 games or 1 or 2 games, especially 2 games in a row, can put you down pretty deep and make it more difficult for you to recover from that, because you have to think about the other teams that are winning games. It makes it more difficult to catch up with.
Let's take a look at the last game of the Phoenix LPG Fuelmasters.
Well, they managed to score over 100 points. They reached the century mark, 101 points versus Alaska's 93. Starters, 77 points to Alaska's 49. Shooting percentage around 44%, 3-point field goal percentage, shaky at times, but still they were able to lock down 15 out of 33. It was a hard, tough battle for Phoenix. Even though they controlled Alaska, you could tell that they were still struggling in their offense. They were still struggling to get things together, but nonetheless, great win by Phoenix.
Well, as far as they're concerned, a win is a win, and so that keeps them where they're standing right now. Well, actually, with Chris Banchero still not playing and Matthew Wright missing that last game because of an injured ankle, Vic Manuel carried a fight for the Fuelmasters against his old team, Alaska. And they followed his lead, and they went all the way that time.
Oh, he was amazing. I mean, he's been playing well this entire conference. Even against Northport, he managed to have a really good showing. But he's the elder statesman here. He's the guy with the most experience outside of guys like Chris Banchero. But 26 points versus Alaska, pretty decent field goal shooting percentage. Double-doubles, 12 rebounds, 2 assists. He is definitely a huge pickup for this Phoenix Fuelmasters team, especially if they can get all their pieces back in one shot, meaning Chris Banchero, meaning Matthew Wright, all there as a whole. Can you imagine what this team can do in this conference?
If you really look at it as it stands, they're pretty potent already.
They're very potent, very potent.
We're going to switch over to the other end in a little bit, but there you can see some of the other players who will try to be able to help Phoenix get a victory here. This is the 3rd game of our triple bill this Wednesday evening, and now let's focus on Meralco and their last game.
Well, Meralco's last game, again, they went up against the other team that was undefeated outside of them, but they fell short, losing 85-72. Field goal percentage, very low, 38%. Turnovers was another issue for Meralco. You see that 21 turnovers, points from those turnovers, 23 points. Rain or Shine really capitalized on that. But as a whole, Anthony, they just really struggled in that game.
Well, sometimes it'll happen. But right now, let's take a look at Chris Newsom, who continues to put in decent numbers for the Bolts. The question is, he's going to be able to provide a little bit more and perhaps help his team get over the hill whenever they do struggle.
Well, prior to that game versus Rain or Shine, he was averaging around 10 points per game, more of a facilitator than anything, but he did get a chance, an opportunity to bump up those numbers. That night versus Rain or Shine, 13 points, not bad from three-point range. He only missed one three-point shot, 5 rebounds, 6 assists to go along with it, but without a doubt, one of the floor leaders, one of the leaders, period, for this Meralco team.
There he is in the sidelines right now. I guess he feels he's warmed up. There on your screens, Cliff Hodge, 9 years into his PBA career. Hodge is still doing what he did from day one, which is give them all that energy which they need every time he's on the floor.
Well, it's just one of the more positive spots, if you will, for Meralco in their game against Rain or Shine. He is their workhorse. You know, in every team, there's got to be a workhorse, a guy that sparks you, especially coming off the bench or starting, whichever, that gives you that spark. He's that guy for Meralco. 9 points, pretty good shooting percentage from the field, 12 rebounds and 1 block shot to go along with it. He's going to be crucial outside of Chris Newsome in this game, especially bouncing back from the loss they sustained versus Rain or Shine.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back here at the United Sports Arena, it's game number 3. This Wednesday, it's Phoenix Super LPG Fuelmasters up against the Meralco Bulls.
Let us now meet the starting lineups of both teams. First, from your Phoenix Super LPG Fuelmasters. Starting at center from Osorubio, Pangasinan, number 0, Ryan Faundo. At guard from Zamboanga, number 8, R.R. Garcia. At forward from Pangasinan, number 3, Jason Perkins. At guard from Tarlac, number 7, Matthew Wright. And at forward from Subic, Zambales, number 24, Vic Manuel. Head coach of the Fuelmasters is Topex Robinson. And now let's meet the starting 5 of your Meralco Bulls. Starting at guard from Davao City, number 10, John Pinto. Also at guard from Ilocos Norte, number 11, Chris Newsome. And forward from Midsayap, Cotabato, number 12, Mac Bello. Also at forward from Cavite, number 7, Cliff Hodge. And at center from Orion, Bataan, number 20, Raymond Almazan. Head coach of the Bolts is Norman Black. Game officials are Ronald Ruta.
Phoenix starting out with Matthew Wright, R.R. Garcia, Faundo, Perkins, and Manuel. Meralco with Pinto, Newsome, Almazan, Hodge, and Bello.
I think here, if you're Meralco, one of the keys to get a certain particular player going is Mac Bello. He's very, very crucial in this lineup, the starting lineup.
This tip-off is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Third match is here. What a way to cap off this Wednesday evening. PBA fans just heading home after a day's work. They got this match to enjoy. Good defense there put up by Newsome.
And Newsome followed Jason Perkins and denied him. But for Phoenix, it's good to have Matthew Wright back there on the court.
Oh, quite definitely. He's gonna space that floor. He's definitely another threat. Bello, as you said, they try to get him going. A little bit strong on that one. Pinto. Now to Newsom for three. He hits.
Being active, 50-50 balls, getting offensive rebounds, giving your teammates a chance to score again is going to be very crucial in this game for Meralco and for Phoenix for that matter.
Right to Perkins. A little bit short there.
See
Almazan just picks it up.
You see right away, Meralco is trapping every time Matthew Wright comes off the screen.
Being extra aggressive offensively here is Newsom. A little bit too strong that time on the two. Right, almost lost it. Falls to Garcia. The muscle man muscling his way inside. Too much on that one. Past couple of games, Bong Quinto started. Now he's going to be coming off the bench. Almazan hits. It's 5-0 Meralco.
Well, he had all day to hit that shot. No one around him to defend that. But that elbow free throw line extended shot, Raymond Almazan was able to knock down.
That's a poor pass. Another turnover here for Phoenix early in this ball game.
Looked to be a bit of confusion there on the part of Phoenix of who was supposed to guard and defend Raymond Almazan. That can't happen, especially early in this game.
Newsom makes that curl, extra pass. Now Bello, Pinto. Hodge forced to put that one up.
Pretty good defense there in that sequence by Phoenix, being able to make that stop there.
Manuel to right. Right. Pops in the two. Rattles out. Almost 3 minutes gone here. Pocket pass. Bello left open for three. Short. It's gonna fall in his hands. Lays it up there with the left, and he will head to the line for two shots.
It's a good take there by Mac Bello. He's coming off a game where he struggled. And even though he wasn't able to knock down the three-point shot, he was able to take it to the basket and get to the free throw line. That's some of the things that you have to do in order to get yourself going, to get some of that confidence back or just get your shooting touch back, period. You know, sometimes taking it strong to the basket, you get hit, you get fouled, that locks you back in, you're able to go to the charity stripe and knock down a few free throws. That gets you going.
Meralco now with a decent lead to start out this game. Phoenix yet to score. Manuel.
Nice pass.
Vic explodes to the basket. And a foul's going to be called on Almazan.
It's good ball movement there for Phoenix. And the ball ended up going back to Vic Manuel, and Vic Manuel decided to take his man off the dribble and attack Raymond Almazan, who is their ceiling, who is their shot blocker. That's what you're supposed to do with a shot blocker, just go straight in and attack him. Vic Manuel drawing the foul.
First 2 points on the board here for Phoenix. And they're within 5.
A pretty sizable front line by Phoenix. You got Jason Perkins there, Vic Manuel, and Brian Baundo.
Going to left hand with that floater is Pinto.
Pinto is such a reliable point guard in this PBA in the league. He's another guy that can get on a roll, scoring-wise.
Trying to look to get it to Vic Manuel. Hodge really denying him. That's going to be a travel.
Phoenix rushing a little bit too much in their offense there. But we take a look at this handoff by Cliff Hodge and then setting the pick afterwards, freeing Nards Pinto for that layup.
Meralco looking good early here. Hodge back to Pinto. Garcia will pick up a personal. Second team foul for Phoenix.
So R. Garcia is having a tough time fighting over those picks set by Cliff Hodge. But that's one of the keys there, setting solid picks for your guards if you're Meralco. Phoenix as well.
Bella looking for space, finds Hodge. Hodge gets away.
Nice flash by Cliff Hodge, the energy guy. Once he got it, he attacked Vic Manuel right away using the glass.
Lead is up to 9, the biggest lead here for the Meralco Bolts. Manuel spins. That's a triple team there, Ali.
It's pretty difficult for Vic Manuel and this guy as well, even though Matthew Wright was able to convert there. What Meralco is doing is they're trapping the pick and rolls set by Matthew Wright. Every time Vic Manuel or another big try to set a pick for Matthew Wright, the trap comes right away. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get the ball out of Matthew Wright's hands as quickly as possible. And what happens after that is more seconds are being taken off the shot clock. We see the scramble here, but Matthew Wright's able to recover out of that scramble and take the jump shot.
2 free throws now for Almazan. Trying to increase the lead once again.
It was good defensive strategy by Coach Norman Black in attacking Matthew Wright right off the bat from the start, defensively.
Azul usually starts, now coming off the bench.
Well, looks like Coach Topex brought RJ Hazul off the bench because R. Garcia is having a difficult time defending those pick and rolls. You know, RJ Hazul is more of a pesky defensive player, especially when he's guarding guards.
They go back to Wright. Nice find, Perkins. Three's gonna drop.
It's really nice. It started with the horns play, double pick from the top. Vic Manuel was able to read the defense perfect. He attacked right away, sucked the defense in, found Perkins out there in the corner.
Almazan for 3. A little bit too strong. Bello has been very active here today.
Very active. Nice move there by Cliff Hodge.
Overshoots though. There's Almazan. Look at Nards Pinto, just keeping that possession for Meralco, but still they can't convert. Founder with the rebound.
Looked like Raymond Almazan hurt himself there. I hope it's not his knee. Looks like it's his knee.
Well, he's hobbling. A little push there is going to work.
Brian Faundo, the veteran big man who used to play for Meralco, one of the more stronger centers in the league, very physical. But you can see a substitution, I believe, coming in for Meralco for Raymond Almazan. You just hope it's not the knee that he injured before.
Well, now he's moving better. And he's asking for the ball. Basket there for Newsom.
Chris Newsom reading the defense really well that time. Let's take a look at this move here against Matthew Wright. And good elevation there, and there's the foul right there, the hand touching Chris Newsom's arm in shooting position.
That's going to bring us to this timeout. This timeout brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. back to our coverage of the 2021 Honda PBA Philippine Cup, brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. It's Phoenix battling it out here with Meralco. Anthony's tied together with Ali Pink. And we've got a close one here to end Wednesday action in your Philippine Basketball Association. Phoenix with a 1-2 card. Meralco much better at 2-1.
Well, they look a lot more engaged, a lot more focused. You know, aware that they're coming off a loss, Meralco, I mean, from their previous game, and you can see it. You can see it in their offense, but you can also see it more importantly. I say more importantly because these are the difference makers, Anthony. You see it in the offensive rebounds, chasing down those long balls, those effort-type plays, those multiple effort plays, I like to call them. You know, that's usually a good indication in the very beginning of a game, any basketball game, that your players are engaged. And so far, Chris Newsom able to knock down those free throws.
First entry now here for Aaron Black. He's been another energy guy here for Coach Norman. That's going to be a charge. That's going to be the second personal foul here of Vic Manuel.
The defense of Meralco, you know, crowding Vic Manuel because they know what he's capable of doing, and because he's pretty much been leading his team in scoring, they want to try to lock that down as quickly as possible.
Bello for three, just short. Cliff Hodge again trying to get that offensive rebound. Right, hits that jumper.
Smooth. No offense being run there, no need, because he was able to do the right thing with the basketball.
So I guess his ankle injury is good. No more issues. Black goes inside to Hugnatan. Hugnatan, multiple moves. Short there from Hodge.
Cliff thought he got fouled there. That was a nice pass from Raynel Hugnatan.
Perkins hits.
So far, Phoenix's offense the last two times down the court have been good versus Matthew Wright. Now it's Jason Perkins off the pick and pop.
Now they're just down by 2. Newsom in trouble. Hodge. Hugnatan for 3. Just short. The ball's going to stay on this end. Phoenix bench saying that was off.
Let's take a look at that move there by Matthew Wright. So smooth, you know. He's one of the premier guards in the league. And I like that behind-the-back play there. He just looked like he was taking his time down the court. Then he pulled up for the mid-range jump shot. The mid-range jump shot is back, guys. It's back. I'm glad it's back.
Everybody was falling in love with a three-pointer.
Yeah, you know, it got to a point where it became ridiculous. Like, it got to the point where, Anthony, I didn't want to play pickup basketball anymore. Because it just seemed like everybody was trying to take these logo shots, these logo three-point shots.
Exactly. Staying with it there is Mac Bello.
Mac Bello with the hustle play. That's what he needs to do to get himself going in this basketball game.
Truas checked in. Putting it up there was Azul, and he knocks it down.
That's his forte, Anthony, knocking down three-point shots. We did see him knock down three-point shots in the previous game. It's what he's done consistently time and time again, especially when he's playing for Alaska.
Nothing now. Gonna work his magic in
Wow.
the post.
Wow. How old is he again? Was he
55.
He's 42, 43 years old? Man. No, I'm the one who feels like I'm 55.
He's still going strong. He really takes care of his body. And it's showing.
That shot bothered by Reynel Hugnatan.
Here's Quinto. Good shot, not going to drop there from Meralco. Here comes Phoenix, just down by 3. Perfect setup job. Perkins can't tie the ball game. And a foul's going to be called there, Pascual.
Just in and out, you know, it's the shot that Jason Perkins can make. You see that three-point shot there by RJ Hazul.
And now, your main man. Reynel Hugnatan knocks that one down. Still with a whole lot of gas in his tank. With Manuel taking care of the shaded lane, Perkins and Pascual found themselves open for a bunch of outside shots, and they took big advantage of it.
Well, those two big guys outside of Vic Manuel, the muscle man, very, very crucial in the success of Phoenix. Jason Perkins, 12 points, Jake Pascual, 10 points in their performance versus Alaska.
Here goes Maliksi, fresh off the bench, quickly drills in 2 points.
Anthony, that's Chris Ponchero. So he's in the game, he's playing. So that's a good sign. That's a good thing for Phoenix because now you have all of your pieces back.
And a vital piece, in fact.
A vital piece, vital piece. I mean, he was part of those championship runs when he was playing for Alaska, as well as Vic Manuel.
Perkins gives it up. Chua for 3. A little bit too strong. Maliksi pushes it forward. Hugnatan. Game being very physical early here.
Bon Quinto with the offensive rebounds. Again, effort plays by Meralco, which is helping them sustain this lead that they have in the first quarter. But having said that, Phoenix has put together some pretty good runs to close this gap.
Nathan brings it closer. Misses. Azul. Was going to give it up. Azul against Black. Not the best of seals.
Not the best of seals, but also very good defense by Raymond Almazan, getting his long arms in the way.
Black gets denied. Will bring it back out. Maliksi thinking about shooting that.
He can knock that shot down.
Puts it up now. Misfires. 16 seconds remaining. Hasul! Early three.
Well, Meralco dodged the bullet there because that's not the guy that you want to leave open, RJ Hazul.
That wasn't also good clock management. But they're going to throw it away. Helter Skelter basketball to end the first 12 minutes of action here at the United Sports Arena. It's 21-16, the Bolts on top. Welcome back to our coverage of the 2021 Honda PBA Philippine Cup, which is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Anthony Sta here together with Ali Peak for this battle between Phoenix and the Meralco Bolts. Meralco leading by 5 here, entering the second period of play. And as you mentioned, Ali, nice to have for Phoenix all their pieces already here.
Well, we see Chris Panchero out there on the basketball court, which is a very good sign for Phoenix and for the entire team. I know I've been looking forward to watching him play. So this is a good thing for Phoenix, for the Phoenix Fuelmasters, because now you have a 1-2 punch. You have Matthew Wright running that 2 position. Now you got Chris Panchero running the 1 position. The biggest question is how healthy is he? Is he in basketball shape? Is he in basketball shape? What I mean, 100% in basketball shape.
Maliksi is falling away. Will miss.
And the rookie Nick Demusis also in the game.
Hitting from the outside is Wright. How can you give him that much space?
He's dangerous, and now you're talking about a 2-point lead here for Meralco. This Phoenix team has a lot of weapons, and Meralco has to be very careful with that. As I say that, off the pick and pop, the veteran Reynel Hugnata.
They swing it over to the other side. Wright forces the issue. Can't get it to bank. Black pushing the pace. Turns the corner and will get blocked.
Black is very aggressive. He did a good job attacking the basket, but there was too many trees there. And what he needs to look for are some of his teammates. That was a bit of a problem in their game versus Northport. There was a few times where some of his teammates were motioning to him, hey, I'm wide open. This is 1-on-3. And that's a huge disadvantage. That's something that he's going to have to recognize. That's an offensive foul there. Combination between Reynel Hugnata and actually shoving Justin Chua, but then also Justin Chua with a decent acting job there.
Well, whatever gets you the call. Well, tit for tat.
These are just turnovers that just drive coaches insane because they're unforced turnovers, and they could be avoided just by setting the pick properly.
A lot of action inside Demusis on the break. Panchero back to Demusis. And a foul is going to be called on Black.
Well, good defense there by Phoenix. But Meralco has to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. They can't afford it. I was talking about turnovers on the Phoenix side, but now with Meralco, which resulted in Nick Demusis, going to the free throw line, all because of a fast break opportunity. Actually, that was a nice dish off by Chris Banchero to the rookie.
A little bit too strong on that free throw, though.
The big guy, 6'4", 6'5". He's got some size on him.
Gets the second drop. On the board is the rookie. And his squad just down by 3. Black almost lost it. Holding foul is going to be called there on Banchero.
I think Chris Banchero's going to have to play his way back into shape. Yes, he's been practicing with the team, but it's different in the actual game. So the biggest question here is how much of game shape is he ready?
Well, the game speed is different, Ali.
It's much different, and then you're jostling for position. You're fighting over screens. That takes a lot out of you.
Banchero will launch from up short. Rebound by Hugnatan. And bring it up himself. Maliksi starting to heat up. He's got 5 points. And he just hit that 3 earlier. Black for 3. Rims out. Banchero will wait for the troops. And then attack. Block's going to be called. Second here on Aaron.
Looks like Chris Banchero is getting himself reacquainted with the physicality. Oftentimes, Chris Banchero is the type of guard that's going to push the pace. Even off that right there, when he received the ball, normally it's a straight attack to the basket. You saw him sort of take his time and then switch gears and finally attack. But I could see the reason why Phoenix brought him in for that trade is because they want a guard that can push the pace, get on the break fast. It falls completely into what Coach Topex wants to do. So if you're a Phoenix fan, you're excited that Chris Banchero is finally back into the lineup.
Chris Newsom reinserted once again. As usual, starting out here for Meralco. Nice setup there for Hugnatan. Short though. Demusis with the board. Big Manuel, quick step inside. That might be a charge.
Offensive foul, He's talking so much about how Aaron Black had some of his teammates open out there in the wing. Vic Manuel, tracks 2 defenders there. The other defender is Chris Newsom, drawing the offensive charge, but he also had his teammate Nick Demusis open in that short corner area.
3 minutes gone here in the second period. Big passing. Nards Pinto. Using the glass.
That's nice. Off the glass. Nards Pinto, you're not getting the offense going. He's the one that's able to sort of stop the bleeding.
Pascual will give it up. Algin Malesio has checked in. Pascual left open for 3. No. Here comes Newsom. Working that pick. Hugnatan for 3. Can't get it to drop.
three-point shooting for Meralco is only 16% right now. 2 for 12 from the field, from three-point range rather. Phoenix, a little bit better, 27%. But field goal percentage, Phoenix 38%, Meralco 32%. But right now, Meralco is winning the rebounding battle right now, 23 to 13.
Still a 7-point lead here enjoyed by Meralco. Acting foul going to be called there. It's going to be Alain Maliksi. Starting to rain once again. Right says, let me try to rein in a 2. Doesn't work. Maliksi. Rushing. Finds Pinto. Ugnatan for 3. Short. Reyno has missed twice from that spot.
Well, either they keep shooting until someone makes a three-point shot, or they take it to the basket more.
Here's Aljun. Escaping. And Newsom with a great tap from the back. Another possession here for the Meralco Bolts.
Malesha just doing a little bit too much there. I wasn't aware of where Chris Newsom was defensively.
Attacking, kicking out. Ugnatan hits.
Nice pass by Cliff Hodge, attacking the basket and then kicking it out to Renel Hugnatan.
Right. Pushes forward and hits once again.
It's a nice lean in to get past the defense. Matthew Wright.
Lead is up to 7. 9 points there for Wright. And Alain Maliksi hits. He's got 7 points by my count.
Another assist racked up by Chris Newsom, finding a cutting Alain Maliksi.
Watch it once again.
And here it is. Here's that nice bounce pass to Alain Maliksi. But that mid-range jump shot.
That's going to lead us to this timeout, brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Without Banchero and without Wright, this youngster stepped up and tried to fill that void. He wasn't a first-round pick, but nonetheless, he seems like he's found a spot in the rotation. Talking about this gentleman right here in Aljun Melesio.
Well, the way he plays, very aggressive, fast pace, a lot of confidence, pesky as well, too, offensively and defensively. It looks like this is the type of player that Coach Topex likes. And in that last outing versus Alaska, in their win, 13 points, 3 for 7 from the field, 5 for 5 free throws, and 3 assists to go along with it. Good output by Aljun Melesio, and the confidence is what I like about this young man.
Looking at the turnover numbers, Phoenix with 8, the Bolts with 3.
Well, they got off to a shaky start in the beginning, Phoenix that is. In terms of taking care of the basketball, it's one of the reasons why Meralco was able to jump out, although Meralco still has a lead over Phoenix.
Pinto back in the ball game. Did very well in his starting role.
Hard hit.
There you see Faundo just with a takedown move.
tough collision there. Seems like almost every possession, Cliff is on the ground.
Well, he's crashing the boards every single
He's
time he
crashed.
sees it going towards the
I
basket.
mean, that's just part of his game.
5:48 remaining here in the second.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
14 seconds remaining on the shot clock here for Meralco. Keith Newsom tries to become just as aggressive as he has to start things out. Bello will lose it. There's going to be a shove there.
Bodies flying everywhere, but you know, the common denominator here is that Meralco is the one getting their hands on these 50-50 balls, these little scrambles here and there.
14 on the shot clock.
They get it inbounds. Here's Newsom. Falling away a little bit too strong. Malesio trying to push it. They like this pace. And it's Faundo with an offensive rebound. Excuse me, an offensive foul as he was trying to seal inside.
Keep in mind, Anthony, you know, even though Meralco's not one of the top scoring teams in the league, they are certainly one of the top defensive teams in the league. I really want to mention that rain or shine is number one. I talked about that earlier on, but number 2 is Magnolia, but number 3 is Meralco. And Meralco likes to hold their opponents under 80 points, so that's going to be something we should pay attention to. Right now, they're on track because Phoenix only is able to score 23 points. Normally, what you want to do is hold teams per quarter under 25 points. And right now, they're doing that in 2 quarters, holding Phoenix only to 23 points. This is a good sign if you're Meralco.
Hanging in the air, extra pass, Hazul for 3. No. There's going to be a little shove there, and it might be on Cliff Hodge, on Muyang.
So even though Meralco hasn't really scored that many points in this first half, it doesn't matter because they're keeping Phoenix from scoring.
Just with 23. Could this be part of the adjustment period once again, Ali? Because you know you're having Matthew Wright coming right back into the ball game,
No, I mean,
and then you have Chris Banchero for the very first time.
For sure, for sure. However, they have more than enough offensive firepower to put numbers out there on the board, but you got to give credit to the defense of Meralco. So offensively on both sides, it's pretty sloppy right now.
But the thing is, Malixi's going to head to the line here. And he can definitely add to that tally because he's exceptional from that spot.
Seeing some of the pickups by Meralco over the last few seasons. Elaine Maliksi coming over from Blackwater, I thought that was a superb pickup. You're talking about a player that plays the guard position, plays the small forward position, about 6'3", 6'4", very long. He reminds me a lot of Matthew Wright in terms of, body type, and they both have similar games. Although I think Matthew Wright attacks the basket a lot more, possibly a lot better, but Elaine Maliksi can do the same thing. They're both very athletic, long, and they're very comfortable with the mid-range. They're very comfortable with the three-point shot.
Makes a second. Split from the line is going to give Meralco this 10-point lead. This is the biggest lead of the ball game here for the Meralco Bolts.
Got a full court press here by Meralco.
Oh, there's a slick portion there on the floor.
Just smooth, man. Smooth like butter. And you see Matthew Wright motioning to the officials to wipe up the floor. Again, there have been problems over the last few games. regarding leakage, unfortunately. But well, we did see Chris Newsom slip moments before Matthew Wright knocked down that three-point shot.
But it is raining outside, and raining quite heavily.
I mean, you can hear it.
See if they're going to stop the game, which they did a few game days ago. Looks like they fixed the problem.
Matthew Wright already has 12 points in this first half. 55% from the field, 66% from three-point range. He's only missed one three-point shot so far. And then going to Elaine Maliksi. Eight points, 60% from the field. And there's Larry Moyang, who took that hit, that headbutt from Abu Trotter a few days ago.
Looks like we're going to have an official timeout here. We'll be back. Now we'd like to welcome all of you back here to the Inana Sports Arena in Pasig. The game is back underway. Happy that we're back, and there we have Chris Newsom hitting that shot. That's going to bring the lead up of Meralco once again.
That's a big shot by Chris Newsom, extending the Meralco lead here late in the second quarter.
Steal, find, basket, and one opportunity there for Elaine Maliksi.
We were talking earlier about how significant of a pickup Elaine Maliksi is for this Meralco squad, especially when you're looking for points, point production, a player that can create his own shot. Elaine Maliksi getting the and one. But let's not forget about some of the accomplishments of this man right here. Four-time PBA champion, or four-time champion with that legendary San Mig coffee team coached by Tim Cohn and all those great cast members that they had. James Yap, PJ Simone, such a deep lineup at that guard position, talented lineup. And also the three-point shootout champion back in 2017.
That's
so
right.
A lot of accomplishments and well-decorated veteran in Elaine Maliksi. Now he has the ball again.
He'll get it back. Bello finds Pinto. That's a good find. And Pinto drains that three.
Once Lars Pinto gets started offensively, it's very difficult to contain him. He's one of those guys that let you have it if you're sleeping on him.
Right, looking for space. Gets tripped up.
Again, Meralco, one of the top three defensive teams in the league. Phoenix is experiencing that right off the bat. Only 26 points in this first half.
Welcome back to our coverage. This is the 2021 Honda PBA Philippine Cup, brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Anthony Sutay here together with Ali Peak. This is the third of our triple bill this Wednesday.
Matthew Wright at the charity stripe after taking it to the basket. He got hit pretty good. Hit the floor, actually.
Maliksi finds a friend eventually. Now Newsom bring it down. Final 2.5 of the second period. Hodge trying to post up. Newsom will attack. He's much quicker than Larry Muyang.
Of course, he saw that, recognized it, and went ahead and attacked the rookie. But that was created because of Cliff Hodge's up screen. Right? Baseline screen is what we like to call it. And sometimes that's more of the effective screen, especially when you have a guard like Chris Newsom on the move. You know, that momentum going forward propels Chris Newsom in an attempt to get past Larry Muyang, which he did, and he got fouled.
Both teams already in the penalty here. We might have a pretty drawn out end to the second period.
Well, I mean, if you're the Meralco Bolts, this is good. You know, you guys, they have a significant lead here. And I give credit to their defense, but also the way they've been so active.
Azul left open for three. Won't knock that down. They go to Newsom. Trying to pick up the pace here. Then they'll use some clock.
2-3 zone applied here by Phoenix.
Maliksi left open there. Makes the defense of Phoenix pay.
And again, if you need buckets, Alain Maliksi is your guy.
Can they answer back? Yes, they can. Cutting down that deficit.
RJ Hazul doing what he does best, three-point shot.
Newsom trying to post up. Fields has got the advantage over the much smaller Hazul. Pinto kicks it out. Newsom for three. That's way short.
Cliff Hodge was wide open. Oh, it's a turnover here and a steal by Nard Pinto. Great defensive play.
Matthew Wright dribbled right into him. 55 seconds remaining in half number one. Azul launches short. Battle for the rebound there. By two players from the Meralco Bolts. Newsom looking over to Coach Norman, says, Coach wants to talk things over.
Consistent play by Meralco is what allowed them to not only sustain this lead, but extend this lead because of defensive plays and being efficient offensively, especially the last few possessions down the court. So if you're the coaching staff of Meralco, you got to be pleased with this outcome so far in the first half.
Trying to make sure that they have a good offensive pattern here.
But you could see that Meralco had a lot of focus going into this game. That loss versus rain or shine, I think, could have woke them up, even though this is the first half. But definitely, again, they responded well.
Tournament format, single round robin elimination. So teams will play each other once. They'll have a total of 11 games. Top 8 teams make it to the next phase of the competition. Important to get to the top 2 because the top 2 will have a twice to beat advantage. The middle place teams have a best of 3.
And if Meralco can convert on this win, if they can win this game tonight, that puts them in good standing, despite that one loss.
fraction of a second difference from the game clock and the shot clock. Phoenix wants to score here. It's gonna come off. Oh, they're gonna call a foul. Looked like it came off the foul of the leg of Perkins.
Well, they're going to go to the free throw line. Jason Perkins is going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2. But Meralco bench was complaining that there was no contact there and that he had just dribbled the ball off his foot.
2 free throws now here for Perkins. On the flip side, the Bolts will have a chance with 8 seconds remaining here in the half. Second, a little bit too strong. Muyang tracks that down. Wondering why there was no call. He felt he got tripped up. 7.1 seconds remaining. Newsom. A lot of time still remaining. Hurried shot, not gonna work. And we have played 2 quarters here. Let's take a look at Alain Maliksi finding his target here tonight.
He's shooting well from the field, 5 for 7. That 3-point shot right there. Before that, a mid-range jump shot, 13 points, 3 rebounds off a transition, another bucket. Alain Maliksi getting off really good for this Meralco squad. 48-32, end of the first half.
So, it's down to this. The journey of Heidelin Diaz from a youngster competing for her very first Olympics back in 2008 in Beijing, China, to 2012 in London, to winning the silver medal back in 2016 in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It's down to this, one lift at 217 kilograms for the gold. Philippines, the wait is over! The gold is yours! Heidelin Diaz, the gold medalist of the women's 55 kilogram category in weightlifting for the Tokyo Olympics. Pilipinas, gintong medalya para sa'yo. And then the explosion of emotions from Heidelin Diaz. All the sacrifices, putting her life on pause just for this moment, for this one lift, for this one chance to give the Philippines its first ever gold medal in the Olympic Games. And it's hers. Your gold medalist for the women's 55 kilogram category in weightlifting is a Filipina. Her name will go down in history books. Her name is Heidelin Diaz.
Dropped in the grid. Over Santos. Arwin Santos. Hey, he got posterized on that one. Hooks it over to Jabo. Jabo at the baseline jam with a foul to boot. Chance for the 3-point play. What are they going to do? Well, they tried to go for the foul, I think. Arwin jumper. Oh, that's really big. That's really big.
And yun nga, Arwin Santos just makes the shots whenever you need them.
Oh, clear their skyways. As Malonzo slam dunk. Seconds. Paul curling for the win. Sangalang! A last second find.
What a great, well-executed play. We called
Wow!
it.
From the Philippines,
This is the quarterfinals of the women's featherweight division. Ang mananalo sa laban na to, guaranteed of at least a bronze medal upon their entry into the semifinals. Good one too. Clean combination from Nesty. Oh, good lead coming from Petesio. With that left hook, back to southpaw. Right hook naman. Timing her with that check hook. Oh, another nice left from Nesty. For the first time since 1932, the Philippines is guaranteed of a multi-medal performance in the Olympic Games. Nesty Petesio, the featherweight from the Philippines. After losing in the Asia and Oceania qualifiers, the spot in Tokyo was not a guarantee for Nesty, but she has turned things around. And we're seeing the results inside the ring. Petesio, teary eyes, tapping that flag. She will be at least a bronze medalist, but she's capable of so much more.
$48-32 is our tally here. The Meralco Bolts all over Phoenix Super LPG Fuelmasters. Let's take a look at what transpired, some of the action in the first 2 quarters of play. What are your impressions of what you saw in the first 2 quarters?
Well, first of all, Anthony, it's been the defense of Meralco. We're talking about the 3rd best defense in the league right now, even though it's early. But if you look at these stats, these halftime stats, it explains a lot. Meralco has out-rebounded Phoenix 31-19. The field goal percentage, pretty much the same, 37-35%. But you look at the assist category. Meralco has 13 assists. They're on track. Why do I say that? Because Meralco averages 21 assists per ball game. They are in the top 3 as far as assists are concerned in this conference. 5 steals for Meralco, very active hands, 13 points off of turnovers. It's been also the 50-50 balls, the offensive rebounds, getting out on the break, forcing turnovers, steals. All of these different things by Meralco is what's made Meralco have this significant lead going into the 3rd quarter.
And those halftime stats is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA.
And we take a look at the point production here. Matthew Wright on track as we all expected. 14 points. RJ Hosul right behind him with 6 points. And then a well-balanced point production from Meralco in that first half.
Just what you'd like to be able to see from your players. Getting down and dirty. Battling for those loose balls. Trying to get extra possessions. And the second half has just begun.
Well, Phoenix is going to have to match the type of effort and energy that Meralco had in that first half. It's one of the ways of trying to climb back into this ball game. And again, they have more than enough firepower to do so.
Nice cut there by Almazan, but Pascual was able to get to that. 0.2 of a second remaining. Not enough for a catch and shoot there. That's going to be a turnover. That had to be something going towards the basket.
For sure. And one of the things that Coach Norman always talks about is getting off to a good start in that third quarter, especially when you have the lead, when you have control of this basketball game.
Let's see if they can try to establish Vic Manuel. Getting away inside is Pascual.
So Pascual getting that offensive rebound and putback off of the Vic Manuel miss. And again, that's going to be some of the effort that's going to be that's going to have to really be exercised here, executed here for the Phoenix Fuelmasters, because it's been really the effort that Meralco has given in that first half, and that's why they have control of this basketball game.
Newsom tries to go inside. All by his lonesome. Thought about it. Gives it up to Bello. Bello can hit a three. Almazan, his pass intercepted though.
Just a little bit of scrambles, both offense and defensive side. You had two guys trying to close out on one man for Phoenix. Got to communicate better defensively.
Bello. A lot of extra passes here by the Bolts.
That's a good pass there by Mac Bello. He's still trying to find his offensive setting here. He's still trying to get comfortable scoring-wise. He's been struggling over the last few games, but that's a nice pass there to Chris Newsom underneath the basket.
Lead is at 14. Could be more. A minute and a half gone here in the third. Early goings of period number 3.
Now full court pressure implemented here by Coach Norman Black after that free throw. Just to slow down the offense of Phoenix, take some seconds off the shot clock, get them into a rushed situation. And again, the defense of Meralco. Another turnover for Phoenix.
Newsom's going to get that one back. Looking for Hodge.
And
Basket
one.
and one.
Been the pick and rolls from the top of the key. Particularly ran by Chris Newsom and Nards Pinto, but here Chris Newsom, Cliff Hodge working the pick and roll really well. Cliff Hodge attacks the basket, gets the and one.
Can't convert, but look at it. Pinto coming out of nowhere.
It's crazy. And if you're Coach Topex Robinson, that great timeout, because that is another missed box out. And again, this is something that really gets coaches going. It gets their blood boiling. When you don't exercise those types of things, they're so necessary in trying to win a basketball game. You see this missed box out. The smallest man on the court gets the rebound and putback. That is unacceptable for Phoenix.
Only a 30-second timeout. And out jumping Vic Manuel there.
Nobody boxed him out.
Well, to be fair, Manuel wasn't expecting anybody there.
It's true, but I mean, this is a fundamental rule for all teams on all levels. Going back to grade school, high school, I mean, teams know automatically, especially off of a pick and roll. One of the first things you're taught is to box out.
That's just so basic. Don't look now, but it's now a 19-point lead. This is the biggest lead for the Meralco Bolts. Try to put this game away if they can, as early as here, third period.
Looked like they tried to run an elevator play there for RJ Hazul, but it just fell apart. It's read well, actually, by Meralco. They knew that it was coming.
Manuel. Gonna go inside. Perkins gets blocked from the back by Hodge, but there's gonna be a foul on Mac Bello in front.
It's a good take there by Perkins. I want to see more of that. I want to see more post play by the bigs, by Phoenix for that matter. Get to the line, get some free throws going, draw some fouls, go to the free throw line, knock down a few shots, try to close this gap.
And then get some stops in the other end, though, Ali.
They got to get some stops on the other end.
Perkins gets both. Here's Pinto once again, being hounded there by R.R. Garcia. Bello now. Newsom. Bello open for three. No. Another offensive rebound by no other than Hodge. He's going to head to the line for two free throws.
The hustle plays. Another offensive rebound.
His motor just never stops.
Never stops. Never stops. And, you know, look, whether Phoenix pulls out of this and ends up winning the game or not, you can guarantee that Coach Topex is going to go straight to the film room. He's going to show his team, look at all the missed box outs.
Ooh.
Cliff Hodge airballed that. It's one thing, though, to shoot the ball short, but to go off to the left side and not hit anything. But he is exerting a lot of energy, getting those offensive rebounds, all those hustle plays.
Makes the adjustment a little bit too strong. Perkins comes down with it. Now a chance for Phoenix to come closer. Garcia, short off that layup. He rushed that one.
Good hustle by Kyle Pascual.
Pascual is the counterpart of Cliff Hodge. Cliff Hodge on the other side.
Well, he's definitely one of the energy guys and one of the more physical presence for Phoenix. RJ Hazul, again, off of that hustle play by Kyle Pascual, giving Phoenix another opportunity. RJ Hazul converts with a three-point shot.
That leads down to 14. Perkins being really active on the defensive end. Newsom might have to put this one up. We lose possession. They say play on! And a foul's gonna be called on Chris.
It's a good foul by Chris Newsom, not allowing more momentum by Phoenix. But what's interesting about that is that he sprinted all the way back. Why? Because he's the one who committed the turnover. And that's the type of effort you want to see. But Vic Manuel going to the free throw line.
This time out is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Mac Bello, a lot is expected of this young man coming into the league with so much expectations. As you can see, he was suddenly silent though the last time out.
Oh, he had a great first game, 27 points, but everything after that, the last 2 games in particular, less than 6 points per game, 5.5 points per game, and shooting percentage not all that great, but he is getting 8 rebounds, and he is in the plus. If you want to discuss efficiency, player efficiency. Look, we really don't know what goes on in the head of a basketball player. We don't know what, he could have had a conversation with Coach Norman Black, and Coach Norman could have said, hey, listen, don't worry about the scoring the points so much. I just need you to be a big body out there, do all the other things. Or, he is kind of struggling right now, and he just has to find his shooting touch and get comfortable within the flow of the offense for Meralco.
Manuel's going to get that second drop. It's going to bring his team closer here. Press, almost a steal. Boy, Perkins diving for that ball.
Well, this is one of the things that Coach Topex Robinson's very good at. Full court pressure. You saw him do that in the NCAA with his Lyceum teams. But Meralco has to do a good job of taking care of the basketball and just being efficient on offense and making good plays.
Newsom short. Another offensive rebound. Bello's going to head to the line.
Hey, look, if you're struggling shooting, then those are the things that you have to do. Go crash the boards, get the offensive rebound, try to put it back. You get fouled, go to the free throw line. Bottom line is you're helping your team, and that's all that matters.
Bello a little bit too strong in the first. But again, you just have to love the effort he's giving.
Absolutely. And again, that stat, plus minus, player efficiency, that's so important to any team. And he's in the plus.
And to push it forward all by his lonesome Hazul.
Long court pass there. Meralco failed to catch up.
Lead is now down to 11, Ali.
RJ Hazul had all day to take that shot.
Bello tries to answer back, no. Another offensive rebound by Hodge. Newsom for 3. Will misfire. And again, inside there is Bello. Phoenix already in the penalty, and still 7 minutes to go here in the third.
Just going to keep repeating myself here, Anthony. It's the offensive rebounds. Offensive rebounds that Meralco keeps grabbing.
But the free throws not dropping here for the Meralco Bolts.
That's right. Meralco has to convert on these free throws, especially this guy right here, Mac Bello. These are freebies here. If you're going to get your offense going, this is one of the ways to do it.
Leech-like defense being put up there by Pinto.
It's good pressure defense there. Here, look at that. All of Meralco's players down low, defensive stance, and denying.
Shot clock at 2. Garcia knew it. Put it up, and the ball is going to stay here. Last touch on Hodge. Here comes Chris Banchero. Still trying to feel his way here.
Definitely. You can see it.
Reynolds Nathan is now going to enter the ball game once again. Decent first half for him. Did miss a couple of open threes though. The muscle man gets blocked, but there is Pascual once again,
Jake
always around the basket.
Cleaning up.
Gonna set things up now. Felixi with a good first 2 quarters. He's been quiet here so far. That might be a charge.
And RJ Hazul drew the offensive charge by Nards Pinto. I want to go back to that cleanup by Jake Pascual. You know, a lot of the focus for Meralco is trying to contain a guy like Vic Manuel. You saw the help side, you saw the trap in the post, making it hard for Vic Manuel to where he just had no choice but to take the killy shot. But Jake Pascual was able to go down there, get the offensive rebound and put back.
55-45 is our tally. This is the closest that Phoenix has come. I would have brought it down to 8.
And again, another offensive rebound by Jake Pascual.
Rios, no. Nathan bring it down himself, gives it up. Hodge will attack. Blocking foul, looking for the end one. Not gonna drop though, but he's gonna settle for 2 free throws. The question is, he's gotta make his free throws.
Absolutely, I think the whole team of Meralco has to knock down their free throws a little bit more consistently, but he's been the X factor here. We've seen him corral offensive boards. We've seen him score this way, attacking the basket, cutting to the basket, getting those passes from the guards.
And rattles out. Pascual's gonna take a breather. Chua comes in. Chua had a fantastic bubble.
He did. He did.
But then now the expectations have been much higher. And it seems like he's trying to find a new role here on the squad.
It's going to take some time. Now that Vic Manuel is there, who can pick up that scoring responsibility, and I mean, just, you know, now Justin Chua has to figure out or redefine his role, so to speak, because Justin Chua was putting up double-figure numbers and having really big games.
Felixi will get denied. Off the muscle man. It's going to stay here with the boys in white.
But again, you know, it's still early. It's still early for all of these teams, and you know, it's going to take some time for a lot of these guys to really start to peak, so to speak.
He just had to put that in there.
Of course, of course. But Chris Newsom with a nice move there to the basket, you know, attacking, again, off the pick and roll. Pick and rolls have been one of the major factors for Meralco's offense. Chris Newsom being able to create.
5:15 remaining. Good production here for Chris Newsom, bringing that lead back up. Now at 14. Right for 3, yes!
Pass came from Chris Banchero. Again, we could expect to see those connections between Chris Banchero and Matthew Wright from here on out.
Well, they're gonna try to work to make that their 1-2 combination. Banchero with a very poor pass.
Good defensive play there by Chris Newsom. And Reynel Hugnatan being able to take it all the way. In the trap. Something that Meralco has been doing, especially with Matthew Wright.
fourth team foul here for Meralco.
Take a look at this kick out here. Nice penetration by Chris Banchero, finding Matthew Wright in the corner. And then we see Reynel Hugnatan for off the turnover committed by Chris Banchero. Good defense by Chris Newsom by deflecting that pass.
Showing the pass, taking the shot. Demusis with the putback.
Offensive rebound and putback by Nick Demusis, the rookie.
Demusis is not new to professional ball here in the country.
Well, he had that stint in the MPBL, played for Coach Chris Gambino.
Maliksi for three. Back rim. Rios trying to run. Banchero. Right. Pulls up and hits.
What a move. Fake the drive, cross back over, behind the three-point line, and drained it.
The lead is down to 8. Stepping on the sideline here is Aaron Black.
Phoenix slowly creeping in. 53-61, and look at this three-point shot here with Aaron Black all up in Matthew Wright's face.
Pass goes to the wrong man for Banchero.
Passes are a little short. He's still trying to feel his way, but he's going up against one of the top defensive teams in the league.
Newsom for three, yes!
He's feeling it. He's having a really good game, Chris Newsom.
We talked about him during the pregame. That's one of the barometers here for the Meralco Bulls. Demusis will lose it. Black. Let's set things up. Meralco likes to be able to set up at the half court. Three individuals there around. And Demusis will pick up a foul.
Chris Newsom already has 15 points in this basketball game.
Phoenix will sue for time here. You're watching the 2021 Honda PBA Philippine Cup, brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Anthony Sutay here together with Ali Peak. You're watching Phoenix up against Meralco, coming to you from the Inara Sports Arena in Pasig. Glad to see that the weather has started to fade. Talking about the rain, but right now, Matthew Wright starting to heat up inside the venue.
20 points, 3 rebounds, 4 for 5 from three-point range. He's been smooth all the way throughout this entire game, but slowly but surely helping his team creep back in, making this a ball game. All of a sudden, the lead for Meralco down to single digits.
Felix is going to make the first. Today's been a good scoring day for Alain Maliksi, who at times has struggled to find his shot. Well, going back to his Pure Foods days, or B Meg. He was just so consistent then. Foul's gonna be called here. Phoenix already in the penalty, which means that's 2 free throws for Aaron Black.
You know, just when Phoenix tries to make a run, these types of things happen. And, you know, even though the clock is stopped, Meralco still goes to the charity stripe to extend the lead.
Proud father over there. Norman of his son Aaron. He was an impact player in the bubble.
Definitely.
And he continues to grow his game.
I think he surprised a lot of people.
Except himself. Banchero. Right for 3. Not that time. Maliksi with the rebound. Are you gonna set things up? Extra pass, Hugnatan open. Drains that 3.
Right now, Hugnatan knocking down a 3-point shot. And again, off of good execution by the Meralco Bolts.
Don't look now, Ali. The lead is back up to 18.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're Phoenix. You're slowly creeping in there. They got it down to single digits, and all of a sudden, this happens. Raynel Hugnatan extending the lead here for the Meralco Bolts, 71-53 so far.
Jesus going to check back in. Rios checks out. Here's Chua. Trying to find that form. That raised a lot of eyebrows in the bubble. Some pressure. They get it past the timeline. Maliksi launches. A little bit too strong. That's going to be a poor foul by Almazan, sending now Phoenix to the line.
One thing that Meralco has to be conscious of is that, you know, when Phoenix does press like that, not to get into a rush shot. You know, once you get it across the half-court line, just pull it back and try to set up some sort of play, even if it's just a simple pick and roll from the top of the key.
They're going to rest Chris Newsom, so they're going to have him fresh for the 4th. 2 free throws there. Again, a lot of pressure in the backcourt. That's going to be a turnover. Oh, it looked like it, but they're going to say it's still Meralco ball.
You know, Meralco dodged a bullet there. You know, if that was a turnover, and let's say that Phoenix was able to knock down another 3-point shot, that would have brought it to within 10 points.
Power dribble. It makes basketball look so easy.
And when you need someone to score, Alain Maliksi is the guy to do it.
Rolling to the basket. The pass a little bit too high there from Matthew Wright. Going to call out the play. 30 seconds to play. Here in the 3rd. Maliksi attacks. Almost a good find. They've been trying to get Raymond Almazan involved here in the offense.
That was just a tough pass to make. He had 2 defenders right in front of Raymond Almazan.
A little bit too strong for the Muses.
A lot of contact there. I think Elaine Maliksi took one to the face.
That would have beaten the clock. Didn't drop there for Quinto.
But still, Meralco able to hold on to this lead.
And it's because of that man there, Chris Newsom so far. 8 points, 5 assists, and 5 steals.
Almost a 20-point outing for Chris Newsom, and very efficient, playing that guard position, that point guard position, leading his team, dishing out assists and overall scoring. 73-57, Meralco still holding on to this lead. We'll be right back.
Buoyed by the country's first ever Olympic gold medal in 96 years, Team Philippines, their chance to win more medals is now stronger than ever. Let's continue to share our outpouring love and support to our athletes by watching the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020, July 23 to August 8 on Signal, TV5, One Sports, One Sports Plus, Signal Play, BLDT, and Smart with hashtag See Us Stronger. Again, Heidelin Diaz, congratulations for giving us our very first gold medal. And Nesty Petesio in boxing, already assured of a bronze. Since 1932, they say, Philippines has not won multiple medals. That's a long
It's
time.
a long time, but I'm glad that it's finally happening.
We've gotten our first gold medal. Finally.
You know what? Just imagine how many young athletes Heidelin Diaz has inspired just off of winning that gold medal alone. You take a look at the box scores here, quarter by quarter scoring rather. You know, it's been all Meralco. First 3 quarters.
Well, Phoenix is going to need a strong push here, especially from the muscle man. Taps it to himself. Finds right for 3. Won't drop. Quinto was thinking of trying to save that and then realized ball was coming their way. Some pressure once again here in the backcourt. They get it just past the timeline with a second spare. Hodge outside, Hugnatan. Hugnatan will lose it. Right to the left hand.
That was
Not necessarily his game.
He took a shot. That was a tough shot to make because he was around so many defenders. I think that was like 1 on 4.
Banchero will miss. Right. Gets it to drop.
It's the offensive rebound and putback. Upset that he thought he got fouled on the last possession when he drove to the basket. Took a look at this take by Chris Banchero off the break and the cleanup here by Matthew Wright. But looked like Raynel Hugnatan a little bit upset with himself. He lost the dribble when he was attacking the basket.
Again, Ali, let's talk about the physicality that we have here in the PBA, because I remember you keep harping the fact that people don't realize just how physical this league is.
No, it's a very physical league. You know, it's just one of the characteristics, identities, if you will, when it comes to Philippine basketball. And again, you know, for the newcomers, especially foreigners, It's something that they have to get adjusted to right off the bat. I've actually seen Filipino Americans that said, you know, to heck with it, I don't want to play because, you know, in their minds there's a certain way or certain type of ways a game should be played. My rebuttal to that is that anywhere you go around the world, whether it's the Philippines or anywhere, period, you're going to have to adapt to that style of play. And the quicker you can adapt and accept that that's the style of play, the more successful you're going to be. I mean, I've seen some pretty talented players come through here that could have been really good players in the PBA. They could have made their mark. They could have, you know, enjoyed what it's like to be a professional athlete, but because of the style, they decided not to play. And I think that's so ridiculous. You have to adapt.
Chris Newsom getting ready to check back in. Right. Likes that mismatch against Pinto. Finds Manuel. Manuel with the bump and the basket.
He just drove to the basket, took some people with him, knocked down Reynel Hugnata in the process. But as we say that, now it's only a 10-point lead. From the top of the key, Vic Manuel bulldozing his way to the basket.
This is going to bring us to this timeout. The timeout is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Gusto mo ba ng kakaibang viewing experience sa PBA? Register to join the PBA Virtual Fan Experience and become a Bida fan. Dahil dito sa PBA, tayo ang Bida. Registration link will be posted a day before each PBA game day on the PBA, PBA Rush, TV5, and One Sports Facebook page.
Both teams have committed their fair share of turnovers, 16 turnovers for Phoenix, which resulted in 22 points for Meralco because of those turnovers. So that's been one of the issues for Phoenix as to why they're down in this basketball game. And also, you have to take a look at the rebound. We've seen a lot of offensive rebounds, particularly by Cliff Hodge, 51 to 32. And then Meralco right on track. They're averaging 21 assists per ball game. Right now, they have 18 assists in this fourth quarter.
The referees overreacting a little bit there. They thought there was going to be some altercation. But that's not Chris Banchero. Neither is it Chris Newsom. That's why they suddenly just had a little smile there.
Well, I've seen both of those guys take some shots, especially Chris Banchero, particularly going up against Mac Baroka in the finals. He took some crazy shots from Mac Baroka. But you know what? I mean, you saw after the game, they both hugged. The mutual respect was there. All part of competition.
And again, it just brings back the physicality that they have here in the league. These two players have adjusted quite well. Shot clock down to 7. And they're gonna lose it. Azul saying he got all ball. Thing is, we don't have a coach's challenge here. That's something that they're discussing that they might be able to introduce in the next few seasons.
I mean, that could be helpful. Just the games will take a little bit longer. But again, it could be a crucial part of the game. You know, a lot of coaches are going to be using that.
And you only have one anyhow, like what they do in the NBA. So you've got to be able to use it wisely and at the most important part of the game that you feel will help your team.
So I didn't know that. Only one.
Just one.
Okay, well that's good. That makes a lot more sense then.
Nice block there from Demusis. But sticking with it is Pinto. He'll miss though.
Again, 50-50 balls. You got Meralco players diving on the floor. And, you know, although you see everyone's having a good time down there.
There's again. You see
Will you
Demusis, Hodge.
Yes, all of them on the floor, you know. But here's the thing, though. Nick Demusis blocks the shot. That's a great defensive play, but does not box out. What happens? Lars Pinto gets the offensive rebound and tries to put it back. Then all of a sudden, Cliff Hodge gets the offensive rebound. There's a scramble on the floor, and now they're there for the jump ball when, in fact, it could have been Phoenix ball.
Can they get it here in the tip? 8:20 remaining in our ball game. The third of our triple bill this Wednesday. They're going to say it's not Hodge, it's Bello. Tip's going to be won there by Phoenix. They get the ball anyhow. That's a poor pass. Straight to Maliksi.
Jason Perkins thought that RJ Hazul was going to be a little bit higher at that three-point line, that wing in particular. But if he converts here, Anthony, that just adds to the points off of those turnovers committed by Phoenix.
Coaching staff there of Phoenix. And to check just what they can do, what they can adjust defensively to be able to come back here. They're down by 12 once again. Palacios checked in. It's been a while since we've seen him. An offensive foul is going to be called here. And Matthew Wright does not like the call.
Good defensive play there by Chris Newsom, drawing the offensive foul committed by Matthew Wright. Let's take a look at it here. Was he able to get in proper position? So you look at that contact, look at the right shoulder of Matthew Wright. I mean, it could be contested. You know, Matthew Wright does have a bit of a point there, but just the speed and just the contact and the type of contact, and you know, Chris Newsom did a pretty good job of selling it as well.
Oh, yes, he did, that's for sure. That is going to hurt them on the other end.
Mac Bello knocking down the three-point shot. We've been waiting for that, and this could be a precursor to Mac Bello starting to open up here.
Demusis for three, overshoots. Meralco feels they've got control of this ball game. Miss there. It's going to land in the hands of Maliksi.
It's another offensive rebound for Meralco.
Maliksi for three, yes!
You see what I'm talking about here? This is why it's so important to box out, to chase down loose balls, because you're trying to make a run. We've seen Phoenix come close. We've seen them bring it down to a single digit. Let's take a look at that nice pass there. Chris Newsom again orchestrating the offense, setting his teammates up. We see one three-point shot by Mac Bello, another by Elaine Beliksi. 81-63, Meralco taking control of this basketball game. We'll be right back.
just like that, Phoenix finds themselves down once again here by a huge 18-point margin.
Well, again, the multiple effort plays performed by Meralco. You know, Phoenix has the offensive firepower to climb back into this game. We've seen it happen. We've seen them bring the game to a single-digit lead, or single-digit deficit, rather. You know, but then Meralco extends it. Why? Not so much of what they're doing offensively, but it's just a play like you just saw right there. Those types of plays make all the difference in the world. The offensive rebounds have killed, not hurt Phoenix. It's killed them in their attempts to make runs to try to catch up with Meralco.
And Ali, I can feel your pain.
Well, I'll tell you
As a
what,
former
look,
player.
listen, if this was Chut Reyes or Coach Tim Cohn and we're doing what Phoenix is doing right now, you would be hearing him. You could hear Coach Chut on the sideline screaming.
Not just screaming,
And Tim
but
Cohn, for that
cussing you
matter,
out.
cursing us out. Because that's all just effort right there. There's no excuse for it.
This now ties the biggest lead of the ball game for Meralco at 19 once again. Not a place you'd want to be entering the last 6 minutes of play.
Not at all. But, you know, give credit to Meralco because just they're doing all the right things. Defense,
they are.
Defense has been their main thing here in this basketball game. And you know what, Anthony, I'm tired of talking about offensive rebounds already. I'm tired of talking about 50-50 balls. It sounds like a broken record.
Here's Bello. Looking to try to get this into new territory. And it is! 21 points is the lead for the Meralco Bulls.
Talk about plus and minuses. You talk about player efficiency. Look, Mac Bello may not be putting up those numbers that he put in that first game, but he's making good decisions out there. That was a nice pass to a cutting Elaine Maliksi.
Garcia's got to knock this one down, does.
Garcia knocking down a three-point shot. Just sort of stopped the bleeding here. But you got to wonder, Anthony, is it too little too late with less than 5:30 to go?
And look at the team foul situation. Phoenix already in the team penalty. Bello for three. No. Still a slight glimmer of hope.
There is still a lot of time for Phoenix to, and a turnover here committed by Phoenix. Great defensive play by Cliff Hodge. It's one of the reasons why they're one of the best defensive teams in the conference so far.
Timeout's going to be called here by the Bolts. We're going to hang on to the air. Only a 30-second timeout.
Look at this post play here. Mac Bello watching and evaluating the defense, makes a beautiful pass to Elaine Maliksi.
We just might have Elaine Maliksi as the best player of the ball game.
Possibly, but you can also make the argument for Cliff Hodge because of all those offensive rebounds.
That's right.
Or even Chris Newsom for that matter, because he's been doing a really good job of leading the team, directing the team, being the floor manager.
And he got this team off to a good start.
And he did get him off to a good start.
5:05 still to be played here. The Meralco Bolts looking to improve their record. 3-1.
Phoenix, 21 turnovers.
Meralco looking to hang on here. Maliksi with a jumper, short. Manuel for three, air ball.
And it's just been that kind of game for Phoenix, unfortunately.
That should be it.
But, going back to the turnovers committed by Phoenix, which is 21. I talked about 26 points. We're now at 28 points, almost 30 points. Meralco has scored off of those turnovers committed by Phoenix.
Yes, Vic Manuel picking up a personal there. Only with 7 points here for somebody who really had an explosion the last time out. 26 points against his former team, Alaska.
Well, you saw the double teams right away by Meralco as soon as Vic Manuel got the ball into the post. You could tell that they really focused on trying to contain Vic Manuel. Well, they've done their job tonight. Just sort of forced other players into a situation of trying to score. But, Matthew Wright was able to produce pretty well. He's, even though we still have 4 minutes left here, but it's got to be a frustrating night for Vic Manuel.
He's going to pick up some garbage points here, which might make his overall total tomorrow, when you check it in the newspaper, a little bit more decent, but in the end, a dismal night here for the muscle man. Maliksi, I thought he was going to launch. He can. Hitting there is Newsom.
21 points now, or probably more than that. How many points does he have? It's got to be around 24, 25 points now.
19 points there for him.
He's way off there. 20 points. 20 points.
Here's Hodge.
20 points, 7 assists for Chris Newsom.
Quite definitely. Might be one of our best players. Definitely a candidate, that's for sure. Bella's going to pick up that rebound. And they're going to use even more clock. You're not going to need too many points. You are up by 17. And free throws coming up once again here for Chris.
Lane Maliksi, 24 points tonight.
That's why by my account, best player of the game. Especially because, if you look at Chris Newsom and his contributions, he's basically been doing that all throughout the conference. But Maliksi had sort of like you can call it a breakout game, because he hasn't really found his mark yet this conference.
Well, both players definitely bumped up their averages, especially tonight. But we saw that output by Chris Newsom in the last game, even though they lost that last game. So numbers have definitely, I won't even say significantly, have gone up average-wise, scoring-wise for Chris Newsom.
Perkins will settle for 2 free throws. That's going to be the first foul here on Bello.
So far, Jason Perkins with 8 points. If you can sink these two, miss the first one.
Makes you wonder when Coach Norman try to bring in his shock troopers. Same thing here. Or Phoenix. But again, just maybe because of the extraordinary situation here, Ali, this is like extra practice time for your starting unit.
Oh, for sure. It's some teams are going to respond better than others, and we've seen Meralco respond a lot better than a lot of the teams that are out there, especially the team that they're playing against right now. Just checking out the stats for Phoenix, we know that what Chris Banchero is capable of doing. We know Jason Perkins, what he's capable of doing. Nice move, nice spin move baseline by Cliff Hodge.
Because usually, if this was a playoff game, at this stage, entering the last 3 minutes with a 19-point lead, you'll have the bench players playing.
Yeah, for sure. But, again, they're still trying to, still 2 minutes left, practically. Who knows what can happen? But that is a good point, Anthony. Just leave these guys out here, get more repetitions in, get more touches in, try to get familiar with each other.
One ball game here for the Meralco Bolts. They're going to move up there to the top of the standings. Atop the standings because a while ago, rain or shine, fell to their first loss of the season.
That was a dismal loss by Rain or Shine. I don't know what happened with them. Only 44 points in the entire game, which is just so uncharacteristic. Got to be disappointing for the staff of Rain or Shine. I'm sure that's not what they expected at all.
90-74. We'll be back. Walang Sabado. Let's take a look at the games on Friday. Terra Firma up against Magnolia. TNT up against Rain or Shine. And Barangay Ginebra up against Northport. 12:30, 3 p.m., and 6 in the evening.
I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to Northport and Ginebra. I want to see how Greg Slaughter fares against his former team. That's going to be a good matchup.
Exactly. Blackwater Bossing up against Phoenix, and Alaska up against Meralco. That's going to be on Saturday. A lot more games coming your way here as you approach the weekend. Some changes now, and time to get some of the other players some court time.
Well, if you're Coach Norman Black, you have room to do that, and he's got to be pleased with this performance by his team. They came out ready to play.
Getting away there is Vic Manuel. That just might bring him to double digits, but again,
But that's
that
third.
doesn't really show you the struggle he had here tonight.
Yeah, he really struggled. Again, you got to give credit to Meralco's defense. They were very prepared for the weapons of Phoenix.
Black tries to get away inside, will be fouled.
Vic Manuel to finish tonight. I don't know how many points he's going to score after this, but right now he has 13 points. Matthew Wright, 25 points. And RJ Hazul also in double figures, but that's pretty much it. You expect more production from Jason Perkins, and then of course Chris Banchero, who is a player that can average 15 to 18 points per game. We saw him do that with Alaska. We saw them do that with Magnolia. So again, we've discussed this many times. Some teams won't start to hit their peak until the middle or towards the end of the conference. You just hope that it's not too little too late for them to start hitting their peak and start when things really start to come together, because we're talking about a single round robin here.
Welcome back to the 2021 Honda PBA Philippine Cup, brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Meralco gonna win this one over Phoenix. They're up big, 54.3 seconds remaining before Meralco officially moves up to 3-1.
Well, Phoenix is all about going back to the drawing board, but they're going to have to look at the effort. And once they look at that film, they gave up way too many offensive rebounds. They they failed in the hustle plays, and then of course taking care of the basketball. Meralco scoring almost 30 points off of the mistakes that Phoenix made with the turnovers. If they
Foul's going to be called on Cañete.
if they expect to get anywhere near where they were in the PBA bubble, finishing in the Final Four, almost making it to the finals, I mean, they have to clean all that up. But again, on the flip side to that, many of these guys are still trying to get acclimated. Some of these players, you can argue, are not in game shape the way they were last conference.
And again, that's one of the main reasons why you see the starters still in here.
Still
for
in
Phoenix.
there, still trying to get everything back. And when will that happen? We don't know. We're not sure. We're not quite sure.
We're going to review this one, but the call is Phoenix ball. That's clear. Off the leg of Cañete. Oh, check that. Well, definitely Phoenix's ball. That's Hamito. It hits.
It's a rainbow three-point shot by Matthew Wright. 11-point lead here with 36 seconds left.
Trying to still make a game out of this one, but now they say they're gonna allow this to just expire. Quinto for three. Misses everything. 15 seconds. Looking for Wright once again. Short that time, and Hamito with the rebound.
That should do it, Anthony. Just a good response. Answering the call to that loss that they took versus rain or shine.
91-80 is our final score here in the third game this Wednesday evening. And in just a bit, we're going to give you our best player. Our next level player of the game is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. And our best player is, you called it, Chris Newsom.
Chris Newsom, 23 points, 7 assists, 6 steals, shooting very, very well from the three-point line. And, the important thing here, he's leading his team. He's the one that's orchestrating and leading his team as the point guard. 91-80 is the final. Meralco Bolts edges the Phoenix Fuelmasters. We'll be right back.
Game. What was the mindset going into tonight?
Our mindset was defense. I think it's very important for us to keep our minds on the defensive end because we can't allow our offense to dictate how we play. I think that's what happened a little bit last game, so we wanted to come out and at least show that defensive intensity throughout the whole game, and that's what got us through today. And we were able to get a lot of fast break points, turnover points, all because of our defense. And that's the type of basketball that we want to play here in Meralco.
Chris, 23 points and 6 steals tonight. Talk about leading your team on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I understand that my team looks up to me for a lot of different things. So it's not about just being a vocal leader, but I have to lead by example. Coach Norman does. He tells me this all the time, that I have to lead the team by example, and that's what I want to do, not just on one end, but on both ends. And I think whenever the guys know that I'm out there giving my all on both ends of the floor, it's going to motivate them to do so as well.
Thank you, Chris. Coach Norman, your thoughts on the game?
Well, our defense was pretty solid again tonight, which is really the key for us. Even in our last game, our defense wasn't that bad. It's just that our offense was really bad. So our offense was a little bit better tonight. We still had 21 assists, which is pretty good. I thought we really did a great job rebounding the basketball, and that was one of the big keys to the game. If we can control the boards, you can control the game, and that's what the guys did tonight. So it's a big win for us. But of course, we have Alaska coming up on Saturday, and they're coming off of a big win today. So it should be a tough contest.
Next question, Ray Hoble.
Coach, congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
You were coming off a loss against
Hi,
Rain or
Ray.
Shine, but what? Coach, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hi.
Okay. Coach, you were coming off a loss against Rain or Shine, but what were the positive things that you brought in coming to this game?
Well, we thought our defense was pretty solid against Rain or Shine. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. So it was pretty consistent. We've been pretty consistent on defense the entire conference. It's that our offense was really bad. Rain or Shine showed hard on a lot of pick and rolls, changed up their defense. We did not react very well to it. So the last few days, that's what we worked on, reading, changing in defenses. And of course, Phoenix is probably one of the best at that in the league, at changing their defenses every time down the court. So offensively, we did a much better job of reading the defense and reacting tonight.
Thank you, Coach.
Hi, Coach. To Coach,
Let's now take a look at the game highlights brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA.
Well, the player of the game, Chris Newsom, gets out of the gates with knocking down the three-point shot. And we saw a lot of great offensive production by so many of the Meralco Bolts, one of them, Nards Pinto. And Matthew Wright coming back on the other end, knocking down a jump shot, but Meralco controlled the first quarter.
Well, so far, game-long brilliance for Matthew Wright, but it wasn't enough. He had no support.
Hardly any. You know, even Vic Manuel had a tough time tonight, but on the other end, outside of Chris Newsom, you had this man right here, Elaine Maliksi, who also scored 20-plus points. Big contribution from Elaine Maliksi. Another, again, from Chris Newsom, Elaine Maliksi knocking down a three-point shot. So again, Meralco controlling that second quarter.
Third quarter, just about the same. Phoenix would make a run though. Hazul hits that three-pointer.
RJ Hazul, who was in double figures for this game, along with Matthew Wright, who pretty much led the whole way for Phoenix. He was only one of the bright spots for Phoenix. And then we just saw great play after great play. This is another one. This time, Reynaldo Natan hooking up Chris Newsom for a three-point shot.
Lead is still 16 at this stage. It went down to a, shall we say, the closest at 11, but it wasn't enough.
And you know, Mac Bello knocking down a three-point shot. Again, another assist from Chris Newsom. And then this shot right here is pretty much what broke the camel's back. Elaine Maliksi getting a three-point shot, but guess what? Because of a 50-50 ball, because of an offensive rebound. We saw so many of those by Meralco, and this nice pass from Mac Bello out of the post to a cutting Elaine Maliksi.
Meralco's gonna win this one, 91-80. And the Meralco Bolts will improve their record to 3-1 overall here in the Philippine Cup. Games on Friday, 12:30, 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. Terra Firma up against Magnolia. TNT up against Rain or Shine. And Barangay Ginebra up against Northport. That's gonna do it here for our coverage. In behalf of my partner, Ali Peak, Anthony Stay saying thanks for joining us, everybody. Till next time, take care. Good night. God bless.